The airplane carrying 17-year-old Juliana Koepke was caught in a storm. Lightning struck it, and the wind machine exploded in the air. Juliana fell from a height of 3 kilometers into the green jungle of Peru, but, oh miracle, not only survived, but also managed to find the strength to reach people. Her journey took 11 days and was incredibly difficult, but ended successfully. Many consider Juliana's rescue a true miracle. Juliana Margaret Beate Koepke was born on October 10, 1954 in Peru. Her parents were biological scientists with German roots, Maria von Mikulich-Radetzky and Hans Wilhelm Koepke. She spent her childhood at biological stations lost in the pristine nature of the country. This experience helped her to survive in extreme conditions in the future. To complete her schooling, Juliana had to leave her native jungle and move to Peru's capital, Lima, but she still spent her summer vacations with her parents in the forest. On December 24, 1971, Juliana and her mother boarded a Lancet Airlines plane, which had a dubious reputation for old, refurbished models. The Lockheed L-188 Electra 4-engine airliner that Juliana and her mother flew on was a true moral veteran, piecing together parts of other airplanes. Although it would make it to its destination, a violent storm blew in 15 minutes before landing. Passengers were terrified. The plane was shaking so much that things were falling and panic gripped the cabin. At that moment, lightning struck one of the engines. This would be a serious problem for a modern airplane, but this old Lockheed was barely keeping airborne as it was. As a result, after the lightning strike, the airplane began to fall rapidly. Juliana remembered hearing her mother's words, "It's over now," and immediately afterward, the airplane disintegrated in midair. The next thing she realized was that she was outside in the open air. Amazingly, after falling from a height of 3 kilometers, Juliana not only survived, but was not seriously injured. In Werner Herzog's documentary Wings of Hope, Juliana attributed her phenomenal case to an amazing combination of circumstances. Thanks to a powerful storm, a new air cushion could have been created that slowed her fall. Second, she was strapped into a seat that had broken away from the fuselage along with neighboring seats. The design features of the seat slowed the fall, and the landing occurred on trampolines made of branches. Shortly after the fall, Juliana woke up in the jungle. Her memories of that time are filled with violent moments as she came to her senses alone, surrounded by impenetrable jungle. But despite her injuries, a broken collarbone, damaged knee ligaments, concussion, and lacerations, she never gave up hope. Immediately realizing that she might not be found, Juliana decided to get out on her own. She found a stream and, knowing there was a river downstream, walked along the small stream for 4 days before she saw signs of disaster. The determination and endurance developed through her childhood in the jungle became her main allies. The girl was able to recognize the local animals and eventually reached a large river where she made a discovery: a lost motorboat and a hut with a canister of gasoline to treat her wounds. On the 10th day of her journey, Juliana made her way out to the Peruvians, who at first feared her, mistaking her for a jungle spirit, but rushed to her aid when they heard her speaking Spanish. She was taken to the hospital where she learned of the tragic fate of her mother, who unfortunately could not survive the disaster. Juliana's story is amazing not only for its miracle of survival, but also for the spirit she showed in the most difficult moments. It emphasizes the incredible strength of the human character and its ability to overcome the most difficult challenges. After all these events, Juliana Koepke graduated from an academic university and became a biologist scientist. In 2000, she headed a research station in Penguin and in 2011 wrote a book about her experiences in the jungle, titled When I Fell from the Sky.